So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Lamar Miller. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
All day, just like that.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Quick pass out to Miller. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Come on, QB, come on. 57's the mic. Watch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety Marcus May in there on the coverage. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
250. Here we go.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Badgley's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Miller, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Mahomes. It's caught. It's Miller. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. A first down carry now for Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as score. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Jets get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite at that level.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. This is Miller, complete. weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Lamar Miller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Armani Watts. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Lets it go for Nelson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. And he can't find room to run. Bell's going to go down, and that is going to be a safety. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This one taken from the 7.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 46-yard line.
They'll go again with Bell. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Armani.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Set. Get a 20. Mike 50, let's go, D. Tighten up.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now a first down carry by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Set. 250. Check. Hustle run.
Now Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Again, it's Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Tip carry now for Lamar Miller. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense as the scouting report?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Bell. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, 54.
Here's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And that's caught at the 2. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Jets take over 1st
Let's go!
and 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Hey, 50.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. This is Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Again, it's Bell. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He's got the hook up to Miller. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Back to throw. He's going to have the first down past the 20, and they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. And he just clocked it, but the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Now Mahomes. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's go,
They'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You must be dreaming.
Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.